Scrum versus Kanban. What's the difference between these two frameworks? Will these frameworks help with your software project? Keep watching to find out. Hello everyone, my name is Adrian Ching and I'm the founder of Upside Studio, where we use both Scrum and Kanban on a daily basis to manage all our software projects. Today, in this video, I'm going to share with you the overview of both Scrum and Kanban. What are the differences between these two project management frameworks and which one should you choose to adopt? Without further ado, let's get straight into a brief introduction to Scrum and Kanban. Scrum and Kanban are both agile frameworks. They are both under the same umbrella of Agile. Scrum is an agile process that helps to deliver business value in the shortest time possible. It values the ability to produce small increments of actual working software rapidly. It emphasizes teamwork and iterative progress of the software. The goal for Scrum is to deliver new software every 2 to 4 weeks. Kanban, on the other hand, is a visual system for managing work. It visualizes both the process and the actual work passing through that process. The goal of Kanban is to identify potential bottlenecks in your process and fix them so work can flow through it cost effectively at an optimal speed or throughput. Both the framework utilize the pull process where teams pull work from the product backlog into the sprint. Applying Kanban and Scrum will require teams to break work into smaller, manageable pieces, and both uses transparency to drive process improvement. While both happen to share similar traits, they are entirely different from each other. So, how are both Scrum and Kanban different from each other? First of all, Scrum uses a time box event and Kanban doesn't. In Scrum, sprint is conducted every 2 to 4 weeks to produce working products. Scrum Master will run daily stand-ups for the team to report on their progress to make sure nothing is preventing the team from hitting the sprint goals. During the sprint review, work is presented by the development team and sprint backlog is filled with tasks to accomplish in the next sprint. As for Kanban, it doesn't have a set time frame. Changes can be made on the go once feedback is received. Kanban's aim is to focus on improving the delivery process. The next difference would be the roles and responsibilities involved in both these frameworks. Scrum has 3 key roles, namely the product owner, Scrum Master, and development team, whereby each of them has their own responsibilities in the whole product delivery process. Product owner is the person who is mainly responsible for planning the success and maximizing the value of the product. The Scrum Master, who serves as a facilitator for both the product owner and the development team, is responsible for gluing everything together and ensuring that Scrum is implemented well. They help the product owner define value. The development team delivers the value and the Scrum team to get better. Last but not least, the development team that carries out the task in a sprint. On the other hand, Kanban has no specific roles in terms of individual responsibilities. Therefore, it is more flexible. This is because Kanban board can be used by any and all teams involved in the project. Next up, the pull system between Kanban and Scrum. How are they different from each other? Pull system of Scrum ensures that work gets from product backlog to the customer as soon as possible. Here's what the process will be like. During the sprint, the Scrum team will move the highly prioritized item from the product backlog into the sprint backlog. The development team then focuses on working through these items within a 2 to 4 weeks sprint. At the end of the sprint review and sprint retrospective is conducted. A sprint review is about demonstrating the hard work that the development team has done for the past sprint, where the team gathers to demo and describe the work they have done for that iteration. Sprint retrospective, on the other hand, is an opportunity for the Scrum team to reflect and strategize for the next sprint. We have another video sharing about sprint retrospective in our channel, so feel free to check that out if you want to know more. As for Kanban, there is no specific timing to when it must be completed or sprints, unlike Scrum. The pull system for Kanban uses WIP limits. WIP stands for Work in Progress. In a Kanban board, there are Kanban cards and columns to keep track of progression. Once a particular task is done, the team will move to the next corresponding task. If there is an empty list in the Kanban board, new tasks will be pulled from the product backlog to the board. That is how the pull system works for Kanban. Next, we have flexibility. Scrum is less flexible compared to Kanban, where you are only able to make changes after the sprint is completed. Changes, however, for Kanban can be made anytime before and during the project. You are free to add more items into the backlog or remove any during the process. Finally, training and experience. Being a Scrum Master requires lots of experience and it isn't easy to master. The result of your project might actually depend on the ability of your Scrum Master to lead and make sure the Scrum team implements Scrum the right way. However, for Kanban, it doesn't require much training and experience as compared to Scrum. It is simple to understand and anyone can learn it on the go. So those are some of the key differences between Scrum and Kanban. Did I miss out on any other differences worth mentioning? Let me know in the comments below. Both of these frameworks have their own pros and cons. You can choose either one that suits your needs, or you can combine them and take the best of both worlds. Here at Upstack Studio, we realize that sometimes certain restrictions in Scrum doesn't really make sense when we are working on a project. For example, we practice Scrum in all our projects. However, with Scrum, you're only able to make changes to the sprint backlog after a sprint is completed. This means that if any user stories are underestimated or overestimated, we wouldn't be able to move things out or into the sprint backlog. So what happens if the development team completed all the items in the sprint backlog 3 days before the sprint review? Well, we can't be doing nothing for 3 days and just wait for the sprint review. That's when we thought it would be a better idea to combine the best of both frameworks and apply it together to our projects. Do you combine both Scrum and Kanban too? Let me know in the comments below right now. And if you've learned something from this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you get notified whenever we launch a new video. There should be a subscribe button right below this video, so go ahead and do that right now. While you're at it, if you find this video useful, give it a like and share it with your network. We would really appreciate that. That's all for this Kanban versus Scrum video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.